Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. I think Twitter analysts are starting to call it XRP entering accumulation phase. This coming from Crypto Whale here on Twitter. I'll be dollar cost averaging in as we head lower. I strongly believe we will see a big rally in the future. So he's just posting the XRP chart here. As you guys can see from the actual chart from TradingView, XRP is trading at about 37.5 cents, forming what is looking like a very healthy trend to the upside. You guys can see that there. Some solid higher highs. We've got higher lows up here forming this upward channel. A Nike swoosh pattern is looking like it is forming here on the charts. And I mean, Crypto Whale, he calls it like it is. He doesn't sugarcoat it. When we were in a bear market for Bitcoin, he was saying the same thing. We are in a bear market. Many people aren't believing it. Yet he was sticking to his guns. And now he's saying he's going to dollar cost average into XRP. And I'm sure some other cryptocurrencies as we head lower. Just talking about Bitcoin. Let me just bring up Bitcoin real quickly here. Bitcoin's trading right now at 23,200. So the same kind of move that we've been seeing in the rest of the space. The accumulation phase. Many are buying in at lower prices. Just bringing up Algorand, for example. I believe this is going to be, I think I've decided, this is going to be my next purchase, going to cost average down on my algo position. And as you guys can see, algo actually hasn't been rebounding nearly the same as some of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. I think that is going to change, though. All these cryptos are going to have their time in the sun. Right now, algo's trading at 34.7. So things are looking positive, guys. I saw this from Michael Branch, and new research is now showing that 39% of American investors are buying even more crypto now. So it's looking as though even the retail guys are getting savvy as to when to buy in, not buying when the FOMO catches fire. So 40% of US investors are buying more crypto amid volatile market. As the cryptocurrency market continues to switch between bearish and bullish trends, it seems that its volatility hasn't put a lot of investors in the United States off, who continue to purchase digital assets. New research shows that 39% of Americans, American investors, are buying even more crypto as they look into new ways to invest and preserve their wealth as the unfolding financial institution becomes more unclear, according to this survey. So they're looking at the whole financial picture and, thinking to themselves, this is nothing that I've likely ever encountered. I mean, even if they are baby boomers and in their 60s or 70s, they have never really encountered something like this before. I mean, interest rates went up in the early 80s, but, combined with the current financial climate, this is pretty weird for pretty much everybody on planet Earth. Other investment choices. So that said, 41% of participants said they invest more in stocks under the effect of market uncertainty, whereas about a third of them are investing more in both exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, and index funds, respectively. At the same time, 34% of investors reported no change in their investment habits at this time. So that all being said, a lot of people are now turning to cryptocurrency, and for good reason. We just got recent news of the Coinbase Blackrock partnership, which I'm going to get into in a second. Stefan Hubert also mentioning this: if XRP had done the same bull run as Ethereum, the new all-time high would have been $6. So he just calculated a measured move here, comparing the XRP USD chart to the Ethereum USD fractal here, demonstrating basically what would have happened if they both kind of started at the same spot back in March of 2020. Perhaps, had there not been a lawsuit, we would not have seen this huge anomaly here on the chart. Ethereum obviously did not see as big of a dip, and so Ethereum actually outperformed XRP, of course, 437% higher. And it's an interesting perspective. I don't know if this would have actually been the case, because I feel like all cryptocurrencies move at their own rate. The SEC Ripple lawsuit obviously did have an impact, obviously did have an effect on this. Nevertheless, the good news, I think, about the Ripple XRP lawsuit is it got us, a lot of us, to be able to accumulate more at those lower prices. Sure, XRP did go to $1.96. We were expecting higher targets, but at the same time, cryptocurrency development, the ecosystem, the financial sector, everything is growing by leaps and bounds, all right, technology-wise. And so DLT platforms becoming, the new technology that they're going to be using for the future of finance. And, even with the Blackrock announcement, I think that this does speak volumes. The other thing that I wanted to note here was this piece of news here from XRP Crypto Wolf. Euro-denominated Bitcoin and Ethereum futures are going to be launched on the CME. So Chicago-based CME Group is on track to launch Euro-denominated Bitcoin and Ethereum futures, according to a Thursday press release. release, which was just yesterday. They will be launched in late August, the company's announcement says. So check that out. Chicago-based CME Group launching Bitcoin and Ethereum futures that are going to be euro-denominated. So this to me does not scream crypto is going away anytime soon. This to me says there is going to be more adoption for cryptocurrency. Oh, and not only that, a lot of this adoption is going to be institutional adoption. Tim McCourt, Senior Managing Director and Global Head of Equity and FX Products at CME Group, claims that the Europe, Middle East, and African regions represent nearly a third of the total trading volume for Bitcoin and Ether future contracts. McCourt claims that the current uncertainty creates more demand for additional risk management solutions. So there's also that point there of the uncertainty. And it's interesting that when a world is uncertain, this is where they're deciding to put their money, in volatile assets. It almost seems like a bit of an inverse relationship or an inverse phenomenon than what we've traditionally seen. Usually when markets are tumultuous, people tend to safeguard their assets, buy gold or keep cash. But, in this day and age, in this case that we're in, I guess today, the fiat cash supply has been inflated. People are having less and less trust in governments. And so maybe this is also playing a role in this. Which brings me to this. Less trust in government, less trust in our money supply. And Fojack, he's on top of the Mr. Pool tweets. Mr. Pool posted this. Okay, sorry, we are closed. This was posted back on August the 4th, 2021. So a year ago yesterday. And look who posted this on August 4th, 2022, a year later. Bank runs are nothing new. Traditional banks largely solved the problem with deposit insurance, but with no such protection in crypto, the phrase suspending withdrawals has become a source of fear in 2022. So this whole idea of inflated monetary supply, investors, retail investors now getting more interested in investing in cryptocurrency. Is this all part and parcel to where people's fears are now? No trust in government or lack of trust in government, an inflated fiat money supply. So here's the thing. If something else happens and the other shoe drops, is there going to be a bank run? Well, CoinDesk is actually trying to normalize that fear kind of preemptively and saying bank runs are nothing new. But quite frankly, we have not really seen bank runs in the Western world, have we? With a few exceptions. There was the Cyprus and Greece thing. But, by and large, bank runs occur with really unstable governments and unstable monetary policies, usually in countries that aren't in the Western world. But now, guys, again, things have changed. Less and less trust is being put into our world leaders in the Western world, in Europe, Canada, the United States, so on and so forth. So could we actually see a bank run? And will it be enormous proportionally to the types of bank runs we have seen in the past? Interesting to note that CoinDesk did post this just yesterday, August 4th, 2022. And I guess perhaps we were warned by Mr. Pool back a year ago yesterday, August 4th, 2021. Which brings us to this guy's boss level at level 19 IRL posted this. Wow, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Maybe a win for mass adoption, but maybe not so much for the individual. So he's posting this, the Coinbase news. Coinbase shares soar 10% in boost from meme traders. Blackrock crypto deal. So what has occurred, guys? Shares of Coinbase soared on Thursday after the crypto exchange announced a partnership with Blackrock that will allow its institutional clients to buy Bitcoin. And so first I just wanted to start off by saying it's interesting how these articles are framed. Allow their institutional clients to buy Bitcoin. This is exactly what this article states. And so I guess they're really not focusing on all the other projects that we know are going to change lives. They're just focusing on Bitcoin. Of course, this is from the CNBC news outlet. And so, I guess their viewers more mainstream, not so much in the weeds when it comes to crypto investing. So I guess they kind of have to frame this type of story in a way that will get people interested in the king cryptocurrency, or at least get them to be able to relate to what is going on here. But I think this spells out something bigger than just Bitcoin, of course. So BlackRock, it will allow their institutional clients to buy Bitcoin. Coinbase shares rose 10%. Earlier in the day, they jumped as much as about 40%. Services in the company's Prime offering will be available to clients of BlackRock's portfolio management platform for institutional investors, Aladdin. The company said on its blog, Coinbase will provide crypto trading, custody, prime brokerage, and reporting capabilities. BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world with more than $8 trillion under management. So one of the biggest in the world, of course, connections to the World Economic Forum as well, which I have to bring up because these guys basically, them and Vanguard, these guys basically run the world. And so if they're partnering with Coinbase, it actually also brings up another good point that I wanted to mention. I know I'm kind of flitting all over the place here. Nevertheless, the other thing I wanted to mention was, remember when Coinbase closed their Pro platform and everybody was like, well, what the heck is going on here? Why are they closing their Pro platform if they want to expand? I mean, they just IPO'd. How is this, how does any of this make any sense? Well, maybe this deal was brewing in the background and, they thought to themselves, let's just quietly close this down because we know we're going to be merging with BlackRock anyway. Probably this deal is likely going to go through. And so I guess they wanted to just kind of cut off the redundancies. Maybe. I'm just speculating on that. So the ticker coin also became one of the most mentioned names on Thursday on Reddit's Wall Street Bets chat room, topping GameStop's popularity in the online forum, according to alternative data provider Quiver Quantitative. So basically, meme traders were essentially jumping on top of the Coinbase news. Let's just bring up coin for fun here. The Coinbase, wow, take a look at that. Bouncing up off that news. I have a feeling, though, this is going to come back down. But that's a good thing, actually, if you guys are interested in purchasing Coinbase stock. Likely, this is my prediction, okay? Likely, this went up on the news. It's probably going to come back down, back into this level of support, which would find a nice rebound before we move back up. So I would think that, anywhere around, what would it be? Probably $40 to $63 would be a good entry level for Coinbase if you guys are interested in purchasing Coinbase stock, which, I'm not advocating for. It's your money, your financial future, not financial advice, obviously. More on the BlackRock Coinbase deal, though. Here is a quote: "Our institutional clients are increasingly interested in gaining exposure to digital assets, or the digital asset market, rather, and are focused on how to efficiently manage the operational lifecycle of these assets." This is coming from Joseph Challam, Global Head of Strategic Ecosystem Partnerships at BlackRock. That's what he said in a statement. The partnership will let them manage their Bitcoin exposures directly in their existing portfolio management and trading workflows. That interest is a beacon in the night for the crypto community. The industry has suffered a slew of hacks and breaches, including just recently the Solana thing and Nomad this week alone. Crypto has also gone down with the broader sell-off in risk assets and is further handicapped by the financial contagion that stemmed from the Terra collapse in the spring. So a lot has brought the crypto market down, as this article is stating, and I don't disagree here. This news, I think, is going to breathe some temporary life into the crypto market, but I still do think, it is just news that is going to bring it up temporarily. I think we might reconsolidate, guys. Again, this is a great time to buy, not financial advice. Whoops, XRP in a great level of support, for example, as I mentioned earlier on. At the top of this video, I'm personally looking at Algorand, another World Economic Forum approved cryptocurrency. I'm likely going to get in very shortly, and I did mention that I will tell you guys about that when I get into my position. Many investors maintain that institutional adoption is key to increasing the maturity, stability, and price of Bitcoin and perhaps the broader crypto market. So there's the first time they talk about the broader crypto market, and to get institutions into Bitcoin, this will likely boost the price and stabilize the price. So likely there will be less volatility. Coinbase shares have been on a tear. Okay, so just talking about the Coinbase shares, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this pretty much just goes on about Coinbase shares. The broader implication, though, here, BlackRock, Coinbase, does this mean something else? Well, of course, we got the crypto community chiming in on this, like Anders L. Now, with this partnership, I see Coinbase, Circle, USDC, and BlackRock all in bed together. Interesting. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager with $10 trillion under asset management. As I mentioned, so BlackRock has entered a strategic partnership with Circle to be its primary asset manager of USDC cash reserves. So Coinbase and Circle, again, another interesting partnership that we have to mention here. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager with $10 trillion in assets under management. The other thing I wanted to bring up here was this from cowboy.crypto here on Twitter. BlackRock invested in Circle in April of 2022. So relatively recently, guys, Circle was already partnered with Coinbase at that time. Coinbase now is partnered with BlackRock. Other notable BlackRock investments include Consensus, Anchorage, iCapital Network. So just to name a few, BlackRock here, investments in Circle. He also just highlights the iCapital, Anchorage, and Consensus partnerships as well. But let's not forget, guys, who's also in bed together. Again, BlackRock, a World Economic Forum partner. We've also got Ripple here on the World Economic Forum website as a partner. We know XRP is one of those World Economic Forum approved cryptocurrencies. And so Digital Asset Buy just brought this up, a thought. BlackRock runs the world. Today they announced the Coinbase partnership, the same Coinbase Gary Gensler has been threatening. One phone call gets little Gary to back off. This goes in the all the world is a stage file for sure. Just a tech guy down here responding to this as well. Actually, yes. Now, Arfan Ellahi Ahmed, he is the vice president at BlackRock, and I believe that is the subsidiary in the UK. Here's what he wrote. Okay, it looks like a post from LinkedIn from about a year ago. What this space needs is a decoupling from the meme coins and those with long-term utility use cases that will disrupt many industries. In order for this space to grow and mature, okay? Quant, AVAX, Ethereum 2.0, XDC, XRP. Many promising projects waiting to take the crypto market by storm. So boom, a BlackRock employee actually stating here that, it's going to be the mass adoption, the space will grow and mature once utility use case develops. And not only does he say that, he actually lists XRP as one of the examples of one of the cryptocurrencies and projects that are going to change the world. Now, this guy is a vice president at BlackRock UK, a partner of the World Economic Forum. Ripple, also a partner of the World Economic Forum. So, this BlackRock partnership with Coinbase, on the surface, they're spelling it out as, look, it's Bitcoin adoption. It's going to get institutional investors interested in the cryptocurrency market. But what it's really going to do, guys, is it's going to boost crypto popularity in general. Institutions are going to buy products. Some are going to include Bitcoin. I'm sure there are going to be ETFs with a basket of different currencies. Some that will include utility coins like XRP, XDC, maybe some of the other WEF-approved cryptos like Algorand, Cardano's ADA. I know Solana's on the list, CeLo, XLM, just to name a few. And even just from a price perspective, guys, let me just zoom out on this. Like I was mentioning, I've got Algorand here on the chart, and right now it is trading 34, almost 35 cents. And just to get back up to its all-time high, that would be an increase of about 700%. Can we say the same for the big guys, Bitcoin? The one that, they're really kind of flashing in all the news media pieces. Bitcoin, even just getting back up to its all-time high, is only about a 200% increase. So, the crypto adoption is good. The BlackRock news is good. But what gets me really interested on the heels of this news is what this BlackRock employee said a year ago now. The space is going to need a decoupling from the meme coins, which we know is going to happen, guys. And long-term utility use cases are really what's going to disrupt the industry. Mentions XRP in this tweet. So do I have to say more? That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.